Hi everyone, my name is Corrales. Welcome back to my channel. So today, basically, we're going to be talking about something that I need to get off my chest because I feel like I hold it in every day and I should not. So this is going to be one of those videos. I don't want a pity party or anything. I just want to express myself because that's what I don't do on a normal daily basis. I don't say anything. I keep it quiet, But I want to say, it's been heavy on my mind, like a lot lately. My mom, like, she's been on my mind a lot lately. Um, I miss her so much. Like, she was the biggest, okay, so this is my life, right? This is a circle. Like, she was the biggest chunk in the circle. Like, that's how much she meant to me. I really wish that people would realize when they tell you, like, I've had somebody when I used to work at this place, right? I used to be a cashier. I used to work there, and I was ringing up this person, and then she noticed that something was off about me. So she was like, are you okay, hun? Like, she was being polite, whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. She just looked at me like she didn't believe me. And then she asked me again, like, after I was done bagging her things and putting them in her cart. She was like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, no, I told her I recently lost my mother, whatever. She was like, oh, what this lady told me? She said, oh, the first year is the hardest, but you'll get over it. How are you gonna tell me I'm gonna get over it? If that was my mom, my best friend, my everything, you telling me I'm gonna get over it? For the rest of that day, I was pissed off. Like, I wasn't having it. I was so glad to go on my break, bro. Because I was just, everyone that went through my line because of that woman, my mood was just not, I wasn't taking anybody's bullshit, okay? I don't know. I wasn't taking it, okay? I was just really upset. So, ever since that day, like, I never saw her again, thank God. But, she told me I would get over it. Like, the first year is the hardest. I feel like, since I was so attached to my mom, that's not gonna go away. It's just not gonna go away. Like, it's just something. She means a lot to me. Like, I know it's not just me that lost somebody. I know a lot of people, lose their loved ones and stuff, and different people take different things, like, in different ways, whatever, like how you grieve and stuff. But I feel as though, honestly, I don't know how to put it in a way that would make sense, because I know in my head everything makes sense, but once I say it, it doesn't make sense. But I just feel, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just gonna say whatever I'm thinking. I feel as though I'm not ever gonna get over it. Like, it's gonna be something replaying in my head the whole time, forever, until one day I die, because it impacted me so much. Like, she talked to me the same day, that it happened, and she sounded fine. Like, she sounded fine. She told me, bring me my stuff, because she was in the hospital at the time. She told me to bring her stuff and everything. Every time that she went to the hospital, she always came out of things. So, me, I was like, I'll bring her stuff. I even made her some food and put it in a bag so that I could bring it to her whenever I saw her or whatever. So, when I got there, before that, this woman, she had called me. I guess she was like her little caseworker lady, whatever. She was like, oh, I was calling because I didn't answer the first time because I was taking a shower. So I was getting ready to go over there to see her. And the lady, she called again, and I answered, and I was like, because I kept trying to call back, but it sent me to, like, like the messaging part, whatever. You had to pick a number, whatever you wanted. I didn't know what was going on. So I just, she called me back, and then um, she told me, my mom had a heart attack. And I'm like, how? If I just talked to her like 2 hours ago. And she was like, we don't know how long she was like that for. So I took it as they weren't watching her. Okay? I was pissed. I was like, so you don't know how long she was like that, but you should know, because don't they have certain monitors like they put on people? I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, because maybe I'm just mad, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand these people. Like, I'm just angry, okay? I can't help it. It's normal. It's normal to feel because you lost somebody you love. You feel me? So, like, it's just how you gonna feel. But ever since I watched her, like, before me leave, that shit just, it stayed with me, bro. Like, I don't want to cry. It stayed with me. I even saw my grandpa for the first time in years, and he came, and I saw my family like come too. My mom's cousins, they came, and they were there, and they're the ones that helped us with mostly everything because my grandpa left. He's sick. He can't really do anything, but it hurts so bad. Like, every single day I think about this, it doesn't leave my brain. Like, it's stuck. Okay, I don't know if I need to talk to somebody that's professional or something, but sometimes I do feel that way, that I need to. But it just hurts so bad. I'm hurting a lot. I try not to show it because of Amaya. I don't want her to be like, oh, something's wrong with mommy. Is it because of me? Like, it's not because of her. She doesn't understand that right now, so I really can't explain it to her until she gets older. But, I wish that I could, like, I don't know, I just wish that didn't hurt so bad. Like, I mean, I know that sounds bad, but I'd rather not hurt than hurt every day. That's just how I think. I don't know. But I know I'm going to hurt either way because that's my mother. That's, I still love her so much. I miss her. I always ask God, like, let me see her, like, at least in dreams and stuff, because she meant a lot to me. She was my everything. Everything I did, she went with me. I went to the store, she went with me. I went somewhere to, like, visit someone, she was there with me. And then, like, once you go from this person being with you all the time to, boom, no more, it is bad. Like, it hurts so bad. I don't know how else to explain it besides it hurts so bad. And I miss her so much, and I just wish she was here with me sometimes. And I know it's normal to feel, but I just feel like I want to vent because it's like I bottle things up all the time. I bottle things up, and I don't really vent to anyone because, like I said in the beginning, I don't want to bother people with my problems. I don't know how to express myself in honestly the right way, because sometimes, like, I get angry at the doctors and stuff because they weren't watching her enough, because I had heard that she had told them in the beginning that she was having chest pain or something like that. So that's another reason why I got angry, and I'm still angry because maybe she was trying to warn them, like, she didn't feel good and they weren't watching her enough. I don't know, like, it's anger inside of me that I pray about it a lot. Like, I pray to God so much. Like, I don't know if any of you believe in God, but I do. And I pray so much. Like, I think he gets tired of me sometimes because I pray so much. Like, I know, he hears me and I want to express myself to him, because I feel like I need it. I need to vent, to, like, he knows how I feel already before I even say anything. He just wants me to say it, But he has helped me through a lot. So I do thank God about that, because sometimes, like, it's just, like, even small things set me off because I'm such in a bad mood all the time. Like, well, I'm not saying all the time, just, like, some days are bad days, But, like, overall, I'm okay. It's just that things about my mother pass through my brain and it just, like, ruins my whole mood. Like, I get so angry and so upset and I cry and I just ask God, please help me, like, go through this. I know it's a grieving process. I know that's what I'm going through and stuff. But I just wanted to share what I feel like on here, because I feel like if I have this to look back on, maybe it'll help me a little bit more, But yeah, I just want to know, like, am I wrong, or is it wrong to feel angry? Like, I don't know how everyone deals with things differently, so I'm just angry. Like, ever since my mom left this world, I've been angry. Like, not with anybody else, but, mainly I think I'm mad at myself because I made her a promise that I won't let her die. When she went to the hospital, like the first hospital, like 15 minutes from here. Well, first I should probably say what happened. So, what happened was, one night, we got back from a restaurant, okay? And it was a Chinese restaurant. We got back home, and, everything was fine, she had high blood sugar. Her sugar was high. I checked it. So I put insulin, because she taught me how to do it, like, a while ago. And I already learned, so I, took the thing, put the insulin in her arm, and I was like, let me know if you feel bad or if it helps, please, so that I can help you, or, even stay up with you all night, even if, whatever happens, like, to make sure you're okay, And she was like, okay, and she felt fine. She was fine. She went to her room, whatever. Next thing I know, I hear like a bang on the floor in the bathroom. And, like, I wasn't going to get up because normally the shampoo bottles and conditioner bottles fall in this house. I don't know why. They just do. And, something told me, like, in the back of my head, like, something told me, get up, go to the bathroom. So I was like, okay. So I got up, went to the bathroom, and there she was, laying there. She was having a seizure because she had epilepsy. And her blood sugar gets too high, she has seizures. So that's what happened with that. So then, I guess I was too late. Normally, I put in the insulin on time. This time, I guess I was too late. And so I called my husband and I was like, please help me pick her up, because that day my back was hurting so bad because it was cold and rainy and it was hurting. It hurts, okay? When it rains, it gets worse. So I told him, please help me, because she found she's having a seizure and I was freaking out. So we put her on the bed. We got her some clothes because she was about to take a shower, I think. It seemed like she was going to take a shower. We got her some clothes. I called the ambulance, and they took, I kid you not, bro, they pissed me off that day because they took fucking like half an hour to get here. And I was like, bro, she just had a seizure, like, can you please hurry up? I know they were probably on other calls and stuff, but I was freaking out in the moment. And I just, I was pissed, okay? I was not in the right mindset to care about what the hell they were doing with other people. Like, I just wanted them to come to my house, take care of my mom, you know? That type of thing. I'm pretty sure some of you can relate. So, then they got here, whatever. And they were asking me what happened, you know, what time it happened, you know, what was her blood sugar, whatever. So I told them all the information. But she was, like, this time, usually when she has seizures, she wasn't really responsive. This time she was. She was like, what happened? Like, where am I? What is wrong? And she had hit her head. Like, she had a bump on her head because she had hit it on the floor. And, you know, I was like, I didn't know how to tell her that. So I was like, you're fine, you know. You're fine. You're going to be okay. Just relax. Don't stress. Don't overwork yourself. Like, don't feel like you're moving around too much or talking too much. Just, you know, you're going to be okay. So then, they take her to the ambulance, and she wouldn't let them put an IV in her arm because she wanted me to be there with her. She was giving them a hard time because she wanted me to be there. She didn't want people to do things that I didn't see what they were doing. And they were still sitting in front of my house, and I'm like, why are they not going? Like, why are they doing that? So I went, knocked on their back door, you know, the ambulance. They let me in. My mom saw me, but she was like in and out, like she was confused. And I understand that because she had just had a seizure, so I'm fine. And she just hit her head, so I know she probably had a concussion or something. So then, I was like, Mom, you're gonna be fine. I'm gonna follow the ambulance to go to the hospital with you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so then we get to the hospital, and she's laying there, and by this time, she's a little bit more reacting, like, she's more aware, I guess, a little bit. She's getting a little better. And she was like, what happened? You know, she kept asking me, she kept saying her back hurt, and I'm like, I can't really move you because they don't know if you hurt, because she had a neck brace on. She said it was bothering her and that her back was hurting, and I was like, I really can't move you because I don't know if you broke something. So I told her, don't move, don't freak out, calm down, I'm here with you, whatever. So we were there for a couple hours, like literally until like 7 in the morning, until a helicopter arrived. And they were like, look, we're going to have to transfer her to another hospital because they have no beds around here. But the hospital was like an hour from me. And I was like, okay. So they transferred her in a helicopter. Apparently she was doing really bad, but they didn't really tell me anything at that hospital that I was at the first time because it's like a Band-Aid hospital. They don't really do anything. So then when she went to the other hospital, she was in ICU, and they had her there for a little bit, and they had her on painkillers. Like, they sedated her because apparently when I got there, she had broken her ribs, like one of her ribs on her, don't remember what side it was. I think it was her right side, but yeah. And then she had also bumped her head, and she had a little bit of blood like inside, but it wasn't running any further, they said. And she also had a blood clot where she had broken her ribs, but they said it wasn't a major threat, which any blood clot, I think, is a threat, you know? Like, that's just me, I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But then I was like, you know what, as long as y'all take care of her and y'all make sure that she gets out okay, I trust y'all, you know, that type of thing. And then a while went on, and she was fine to talk because they had taken her off the painkillers, and they had told her what was going on so that she could understand what her state was. And then, and also, by the way, the first time that I went to go see her, she had like this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a brainwave scanner on her head, like little things on her head to see if her brain was working good because she had hit her head. And everything was fine. There was waves on the screen when I looked. It was good, right? So then she got moved to a regular room afterwards, after ICU, because she was doing fine. So then from there, I went to see her a couple times. She was fine, but she kind of looked like She was normal, but she was still a little confused. I guess because of her head injury, she was still a little confused. I don't know. But she, she talked fine. She was making jokes. She was herself. She was her normal, funny self. So I was like, you know what? She's gonna be fine. She's gonna get out, whatever. And then a couple days go by. She was, mind you, she was in there for like a month, at least like a month, recovering. Well, that's what I thought. She was recovering. So then a couple of days go by, a week goes by. She was in the normal room. Then they moved her to a physical therapy, like to help you with your help you move better again, like the part of the floor in the hospital, because she couldn't walk. Because apparently she had shattered her lower bone, like in her back. And they didn't know until they did x-rays again. So that's what else she was broke. And she couldn't walk. So they were teaching her how to walk again in the physical therapy floor. And she was doing fine. And then that's where everything went downhill, because when they moved her to that floor, I didn't see her. I didn't go see her because I had to work. And I guess that was my fault. That's what I always have in my heart. Like, I feel like it's my fault, But I shouldn't feel that way, and I still continue to pray about it for God to give me a clear state of mind and, help me realize, like, everything happens for a reason and everything is not my fault, because I always feel like that. But that's just me. That's how I am. But she was doing fine, and then all of a sudden, like, she called me one day. She had the nurse call me, which was rare because she never had a nurse call me ever. So that was one of my red flag signs right there. She called me and said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm about to get ready to take a shower so I can take things to you." And, because I was going to go see her that day, and I was going to wait for my husband to get home so we could all go together instead of taking separate cars, because that would be like a hassle, So, and plus, I can't see when it's dark when I drive, so that was another con about it. So I was waiting for him to get home, whatever. And I told her, I said, "I'm waiting for him to get home so we can all go see you at the same time." She's like, "Okay, well, make sure to bring me my clothes and my phone and stuff," because they said I'm walking a little better, and by this time she was kind of walking better, even though it hurt a little bit, but she was still getting some exercise. So she told me to bring her stuff, whatever. I was like, "Okay, I'll bring you your stuff. I'll even make you a meal so that I can hide it in her little bag." Because, she used to always say, the hospital food sucks. She said it was trash. So, I was like, "Okay, I'll bring you some food." I cooked her something. I got her clothes in the bag. I put even her phone in the bag. And everything was in the bag. And I went to go take a shower. And apparently the person called me, but I didn't hear it because the phone was on the bed. It was charging. So I took a shower all happily. Then when I got out of the shower, I saw a text from my older sister saying, "Hey, look, you need to call the hospital because they said something bad's happened to Mom." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Just call the hospital." So I called the hospital multiple times, and that's when I went to like this thing, automated voice thing that told me like pick a number or whatever. And I was like, "No, they're gonna call me back." So I hung up, I got dressed and stuff. I was freaking out and I was in tears because I didn't know what was going on. And Amaya was crying with me because she didn't know what was going on. And I was like, "Please don't cry, calm down, everything's okay. Mommy's okay," She felt it, So she was crying with me, and I was like, "Don't cry, baby." And that made me cry even harder because I didn't want her to feel like something was wrong, Even though there was, but I didn't know until they called me back. And they called me and they were like, "Look, you need to get to the hospital. We'll send you." That's when I knew it was serious. They said, "We'll send you transportation from the hospital. You don't have to pay anything." I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, what is going on?" She's like, "Oh, your mother just had a heart attack and we don't know." I'm sorry. "We don't know how long she was like that for." And my heart was like thumping so hard. Like, literally, I didn't know how to take it. But yeah, that's what happened. Then they told me I needed to get there as soon as possible. So I was trying. And finally, like an hour later, probably two, I got there, and she was on this machine, life support, and I was like, I was not used to seeing her like that, so I started freaking out. Excuse me, baby. I started freaking out. You want to open it?
Yes.
I started freaking out. Like, my mom, like, what is going on? Please wake up, you know? So, excuse me, baby. Excuse me. So, you know, I was a mess. I was crying. I was freaking out. I was asking for the doctor. And literally, it took him 3 freaking days to even talk to me and tell me what was going on. That's how bad it was. Like, I didn't like them at all. Like, seriously. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Sorry, guys. But anyway, so, yeah. So I was waiting, and I called my family, and I was like, look, I don't know if she's gonna make it out of this one. Like, she's never been this bad before. Like, somebody, please, like, come down here and help me, because I thought I was gonna have to do it all on my own. Something told me, I ignored it, but something told me that she was not gonna wake up this time. And I ignored it because, you know, it's my mom, and I didn't want to accept that, you know? I was having a hard time accepting it. So then a couple days go by. My family gets there like this, literally the next day. And, you know, she wasn't responsive at all. Her pupils didn't do anything when they put, like, the light on it, you know? It was bad. So then after a while, I started to realize that, you know, look, I guess it was God telling me that she wasn't gonna wake up. So I started praying really hard, and I was like, Jesus, help me, please give me the strength, like, to do this. And then they finally asked me, are you ready to pull the plug? And that was like the hardest thing for me to hear. The doctor was like, look, she's not gonna wake up. We did normal tests, whatever. Her brain didn't have any waves like the first time, like nothing. She was brain dead. And I didn't want to accept it, but I knew that's what it was. So it took me a couple days to decide whether I wanted to or not, but I know I had to. So we all met up, my husband, myself, my family, we all went. We met in a room with the doctor, and, you know, we all decided that, you know, yes, she needed to rest in peace and not torture her anymore with these things that doctors were doing to her, because she wasn't going to respond. So then we pulled the plug, and we had to watch her. We had to watch her until she took her last breath. And yeah, so that's what happened. And ever since then, I've been feeling like I think about it over and over again every day. And I always talk to my grandma now to try to give her some comfort, because she couldn't see her before my mom went away. And I know that impacted her a lot, like a lot. So, yeah, but that's how I've been feeling, and I just wanted to vent about it because I felt like I couldn't. And I guess now you guys know what happened. So, thank you for listening. Say hi. Thank you for listening. And I hope, well, I'm sorry this video was so long, but that's what it is. I just wanted to explain it, but thank y'all so much. And I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Have a good night. Thank y'all so much. And see y'all next time.